Alright. Pardon the blinky. It'll go away in a sec. I don't know what caused that. Didn't used to do that. Hell, didn't do that a week ago. Hell, maybe. Hi guys, so I'm gonna make a Robotmeister. No. Plasma caliber sounds pretty straightforward, but the radium carbine gives them radiation sickness as well as my robots. I gotta go with radiation sickness. And I gotta go with Robotmeister. I was gonna go with Botmeister, but I already have a Botmeister because my brain tends to work in the same way. Yes, I will skip the tutorial missions. I'm level 7. I level faster than you do. Those guys are bad. Those are the grotesques. Don't like them. The Drukhari grotesques. I like their weapons, though. I would like to have one of those very much. Hi there, here I am. All right. And here is where I set up my constructs. Summoning skills priority. Construct details. Equipment modules. Their weaponry. Right. It'll take me a while to remember how all this works. Let's see what our gear looks like to start with. We have nothing in the offhand. That doesn't seem optimal. Almost anything would be better than nothing. So our main hand has got 2 open slots for summonings. Grab a big honking axe, I suppose. I have many credits. I have 13 millions of them. Oh, that. Thank you. Thank you. How did I forget that this time? Why do I forget stuff all the time? Why, oh why, I did change it. I didn't change it there, I guess. Yeah, I must not have. God damn it. Thank you very much for the ping. I really appreciate that. No. I'll never learn if you do it for me. And I may not learn anyway, but at least there's an option for it. Give me a sec. I will be popping out occasionally to check. Let's see, construct specialization. Construct specialization. Let's see it. I do not have it open yet. Okay. Next one down is construct offense. That one I've got. So we start at the middle in this one. So we head out and then these ranged damage bonuses. That makes sense. And then we move to construct ability. Defense, we don't have access to that one yet either. Curse you! And the last is shock tactics. Oh, we'll hold on to these for now then. Points over here, let's see, logic, critical hit chance, energy shield per data flux spent, mind link. Cooldown reduction for the Tech Adept and Constructs. I have 10 points. Okay, well, I can get to... No. Seems pretty good. Those are both good. You can make that gay. Oh, you mean the character. Well, that's worth 2 points in there. We'll get them all up to level 1, and then we'll start choosing out our level 2s. Currently we have ranged damage bonus to the Tech Adept and the Constructs when there are no enemies within 5 meters. Now I'm going to come over here and we're going to look at the Construct setup. Equip that. So currently... that is the Siloy Combustor. That's the Tarantula Bolt Gun. We don't want that. We want... let's see, don't have those unlocked. We want... constructors. Can I not put that in there? Why can I not? Change construct. There we go. Change construct. Select a construct. That is the turrets, bolt guns. We want combustors. We want our robots to walk along the ground with us. And combustor autogun, and no modules yet. Later on, we'll also get the Siloy Vivisectors, the Cataphren Vanguards, the Cataphren Destroyers, and the Castamons as options to go into the summons. And initially, we only have the 2 summons as far as what we can order for ourselves, so to speak. I will travel to the next location for Uther's Secret. This takes place after the events of Inquisitor Martyr, and this is part of the expansion for Inquisitor Prophecy. I will go back to story mode for starters, because I'm a wimp. Yes, Tech Priest. Was going to name him Botmeister. Turns out I have a character from a previous season named Botmeister already. He's Robotmeister. He's a cousin of Botmeister's.
Tech Priest, this Imperial
I thought I'd
facility has
changed
been
those.
abandoned for a
Evidently,
very
I did
long
not.
time. Are you certain the Alpha Pariah is
I didn't
here?
save it, I guess.
The data burst from the machine spirit was an emergency signal. The Alpha Pariah left the Martyr to follow an unidentified Vox transmission originating from these coordinates.
I need more information on this place.
Cursory data siphoning reveals that the deeds of Foundation bear the seal of Uther Tiberius.
This must have been one of his secret hideouts, designated to aid his pilgrimage through the Caligari Scepter. Did the Martyr follow the ancient protocols?
Tagged as speculation. Suggestion.
Interesting. Most Eldari either live on their star-faring craft worlds or sail as corsairs.
These are proven facts.
My point is that these Eldar don't look like corsairs, so what are they doing here? And they are
Or
showing
the
more
abandoned
hostility
void station
towards
up
the
that
Imperium than usual.
Analysis shows that their tribal heraldry is unique. These Eldar specimen don't belong to any craft world listed in the folios of the Unholy.
Alright, so I
in the
have a
ship
single
databanks.
shot
I
and
must
full on.
investigate these Xenos, but the Alpha Pariah is the priority.
X-loading the coordinates of the sensorium to your data slate. Access the surveillance system there. It could provide information on the Alpha Pariah and the Xenos presence. cortical lexicannon module has flagged an important information. Supplementary notes on the Eldar suggest that some of them might carry memory crystals.
Indeed,
Use
this
the
one I killed way
information-
back
You are
here
right,
has a
Tech
memory
Priest.
crystal. Thank you, Tech Priest.
Tech Priest.
As a
did you
fellow
monitor
Tech
any
Priest,
Vox
your
activity
Tech Priesting
recently
is
on behalf of the Inquisitor
you're doing a
stranded on the
reasonably
Martyr?
Tech Priesty job.
Negative.
Then the chances of finding the Inquisitor are reaching suboptimal levels.
This way. Nothing is available through that way. It shows it as a path. That's not fair. I want to complain. I'm going to write a sternly worded letter.
I have been compiling information on the craft world from the memory crystal.
A summary will suffice.
Tuathal is a minor craft world, primarily roaming in the Caligari sector. This Aeldari megastructure has been constantly succumbing to a significant chaos infection that is
I hate
gradually
having
turning it
significant chaos
inhabitable.
infection. I
The
don't know.
Tuathal Aeldari have been slowly abandoning the infected craft world, relocating to the maiden worlds in the sector. This is what I have for now.
Keep me updated.
Where's my 3 skill? Stun mine? You cannot be serious. Do I look like the kind of person who would use a stun mine?
I have begun gathering information on the recent history of Maiden World Loriach.
Proceed, Margos.
Most of the information is classified, but it seems that after the recent Tyranid High Fleet was destroyed in the subsector,
Oh, somebody's
a
shooting big guns
substantial
at me.
number of the surviving Xenox attacked
I'm
the
a fan of
Tuathal
that.
Maiden World and tried
struck
to
me as kind of
assimilate the
rude.
local biomass.
Interesting. But I have a situation here, Margos. We will resume shortly.
Always reload your guns, kids. Just to be on the safe side, always make sure your guns are loaded.
The mere existence of the Xenos is a stain upon the galaxy.
Exactly. Teleporting behind you, jerks. The Xenos are a stain upon the galaxy.
Inquisitor, the contents of the memory crystal suggest an explanation for the hatred of the craft world Eldar.
There is
We
no
kind of
acceptable
exterminated
explanation for
them.
turning against the Imperium.
We do that.
But carry on.
The Tuathal Eldar requested assistance from the Imperium when their maiden world succumbed to the Tyranid invasion, but Soul Forge World intercepted the message. The Adeptus Mechanicus decided to purge the Tyranid threat in their own jurisdiction.
So we
The
kind of
Tech
destroyed
Priest
their
is skimming
planet.
through the personal logs
A
in the
little.
Tech Priest data hoard from the facility.
Subjective records are really suitable for proper analysis.
He highlighted a few curious details. After the excommunication of Uther Tiberius, the place was investigated thoroughly and used by the Inquisition. After a fatal Chaos incursion, it was abandoned on the order of the Caligari Conclave.
Which means that the
Yes,
Eldar
good.
didn't attack the station.
No, they just...
Access the terminal to open surveillance mode and restore power to the facility.
Thank you, Artificer Omicron Arc. Very thoughtful of you. Ooh, gold chest on my first mission. I will celebrate or celibate possibly by murdering some Eldari. We'll just get ourselves some cheesy fast equipment.
I've located.
Dump, dump, dump. Ding 8. get access to electroid shielding, a bionics point, a tarantula laser guns, and a passive point. Before we do anything else, select. Yay me, I figured it out. We got that. We have in here a force field module and a motive booster module. So we got any new goodies. The radium carbine alpha. We're using the beta. Ooh, it's got an extra slot. What is the short burst? Gives us another bot bow. We want more bots. Rage damage. Experience. We would like some experience, please. Yes. I would like one experience, please. The inoculator adds one to logic. Got 2 points on the passes. We need that opens up on level 9. Good. We'll just hold on to the points until then. That all looks fine. Now we'll keep the healing. Pardon me. Necromechanic raiment. Yeah. Necromechanic, baby. Not that repair constructs. Okay. We would like to keep repair constructs, I think. Damn it. New eye implant. Better numbers. Ooh, voltaic axe beta. Purple quality. Like it does as much damage. Yeah, no, but I'm not going to be using it much, so probably not that important. Hopefully won't be using it that much. That one's better. Not exciting. That looks better. And those, okay. We'll drop those off. And we'll sell the rest. And now, theoretically, I should have a third construct spot. I do. We have now 3 Siloy combustors that we'll be able to summon. Let's go on to our next mission. This mission should get me up to level 9, give me access to the tree where I'm going to spend a bunch of points. Eldari invaders. Elves. Every game's got to have their version of elves. Hey, Willie.
Inquisitor, the Argus are detecting significant hostile forces on this level. Are you absolutely sure you want to go in alone?
This is the most optimal decision. Based on the facts I have gathered on the Alpha Pariah so far, she would be a valuable asset to the Imperium.
Okay, can't get out that way. Can't get out that way. Is it at that end? Yeah, I did. There is a little gap that appears to be transitable. So I will transitable it. So we also have, I gotta get rid of the stun mine and whatever it is that is equipped with it.
Slaanesh is waiting
As
for
I
the
do.
Eldar.
Not. That's not my deal, man. I stay alive while my pets murder things. That's kind of my deal. The other character I have built off of this class was a self-destructing. Basically, you would construct, constantly be constructing more of the constructs, and they would charge mobs and explode. So it was relatively active in that you had to constantly be creating more bots for them to charge. Oh, we've got Cogitator, which I shall appropriately cogitate. I'll think about cogitating. It's like a joke.
You have reached the main cherub mainframe, Inquisitor.
Accessing the cherub pick feed repository is the next logical. No business. Kill business.
Keep shooting at them, boys. You killed a couple of them.
Teleport beacon in range.
We'll take the
Analysis. The Alpha subject has been
Teleporter
manifesting
back.
powers currently
My
unlisted
boys.
in the classified Psyker Index.
What a tantalizing glimpse into the true potential of the Tiberius research. I must secure her immediately. Activation sound.
Well, let's
initialized.
turn on the turrets for our benefit.
The Xenos taint must be purified.
Nothing behind us. We'll just have to air them out too then. You know, the Eldari aren't strictly speaking bad guys. They don't much care for us. But as an example, before we, well, kind of destroyed these Eldari's homeworld planet, well, ship, they asked for our assistance with infections on the ship, and instead it was
This is
decided
Inquisitor Kraybart
by the
speaking
bean
on behalf
counters to
of the
simply
Ordo
exterminate them.
Hereticus of the Holy Inquisition. We have received your code red astropathic transmission, and our fleet is calculating arrival vector as we speak. Prepare to join our forces shortly.
Reinforcements are almost there. Why don't you just wait for them?
The Alpha Pariah has
Wait.
no control over her abilities, and she
Wait.
will react to danger fiercely. And the Ordo Hereticus are
I'm
not
an
famous for
inquisitor
their
of the
patience.
Imperium. We don't wait for help. We are the help. Ooh, a chest.
What in the name of the...
Who doesn't like free goodies? Oh, somebody's behind us. Yes, shoot them, please. Good lads. Good lads. Just keep shooting until they stop moving. We have. It won't identify that buff. Don't know why, but it won't. It refuses on general principles. Oh boy, here we go again.
Another memory crystal.
My boys are looking a little distinctly unhealthy. How many of them we got? We lost one somewhere. Let's go ahead and resummon. Have I mentioned that I don't like when games yoink the camera control away from me?
On borrowed time, Eldari, but not for long.
And it don't. I will speak with the Alpha Pariah. Spoilers.
Stay away from
Yeah,
and
For Inquisitor Martyr. Back to the ship.
Inquisitor Crabber, I am the deck because I can.
We had a quick chat. Combustor laser guns. Right. And the passives, we need the construct, and I need to check and see which ones I want. Basically, they form a big T right in the middle. Attack speed, movement speed, attack speed. Well, we'll go with attack speed first. Got it, got it, got it. And, yep. Okay. We now have, currently using the auto gun, long range bursts, long range single targets. Would I rather have that? Got enough that I don't think I need to worry about the bursts. Got enough of the siloids. Let's go with that. All right, how do I equip it? How do I equip it? Like that. And at level 13, Melt-A-Guns. Mid-range beam attacks. That ought to do for Purple tag axe. The other one is, I like the numbers on better. Oh, we've got a blueprint for electroid shielding for our droids. A lot more suppression, hit point regen. Pretty good. Digital weapons instead of the stun mine. Almost anything is better than the stun mine. Not a fan of the stun mine. Additional hit points, damage reduction. Yeah, that's significantly better. The inoculator, no. The stun mine, ha ha ha, no. A booster module. Those are the modules. Those have to get equipped on our droids, I think. Our bots. Pardon me, our bots. Let's see. Wow, that's a lot of damage reduction. And what does it give us? Creates a 10-meter aura where 150% of damage dealt is dealt as HP by the constructs. It's gained. Oh, okay. So that allows me to heal them by doing damage myself or by them doing damage. I'm not sure. But the damage reduction and resistance. Damage reduction is significant. Slight increase for now. I think we'll stick with what we've got. Damage bonus for channeled skills, no. Reflector, armor proof, no. No. Force field module, no. Eye implants. I have such pretty eyes, though. Endurance module, we'll put that in there for now. And this stuff will all get sold. We'll talk with the Alpha Pariah.
Inquisitor.
Sell that stuff. Got anything interesting for sale? Ooh, motive booster module. Purity seal. Well, we'll get the two bot modules. One of which increases their speed, and the other which presumably increases their offense. Let me see what we've got. Options over here. But we don't have any offenses. We currently only have a motive booster. We also have those in our inventory. I'm not sure the difference. I moved 2 into there. Huh. Weird. Motive booster plus 2.3% melee damage on that one. Useful, at least not immediately, and we'll travel on to our next location. Off we go to our aforementioned next location. The mysterious epidemic. Gotta say, if I saw a plant that looked like that, I would be creeped out. Looks like sort of a nightmare mushroom deal, and I'm not a fan of mushrooms to begin with. Nice little quiet country town.
Inquisitor, I have completed the preliminary tests on the samples from the Cascada Prime. The results are fascinating.
Fascinating is an unscientific term. I need specifics.
I will need more samples. The plague is clearly
We have
of
digital
warp
weapons
origin,
that will grant
most
30%
probably caused by an as yet
crit chance.
unrecorded pathogen.
I hope
The
that
infection is spreading like wildfire through
friend.
the hive. The mutant scum and the treacherous cultists have already begun exploiting the situation, leading an open rebellion.
According to Vox reports, the local enforcers have been overwhelmed. But there is an operational Astra Militarum outpost in the vicinity.
Affirmative. I will take over command. The area has been secured.
I thought it was. I I've tried clicking on it. Nothing happened. But it has now.
Captain Logren of the 12th
At
Yeah,
ease.
thanks,
It is
Cappy.
really
Gather your force.
at your command.
You're damn right. An activator for an artillery strike might need that later.
Move! Move!
Yes. My boys seem to be doing an adequate job.
Charge! I said charge!
The charge. We will destroy.
Marcos, I need your opinion on those unholy outgrowths.
The growths on the cadavers look post-mortem, probably organic viral transmitters. My theory is that the pustules are emitting gaseous pathogens to hasten up the spreading of the plague.
Dunk, dunk, dunk.
Now you'll pay, scum!
That's right, I leveled up and now they'll pay, scum.
Charge, I
That was
say!
two separate events, actually. It happened to come at a particular opportunity.
You have secured the first key location. A small victory, but a victory nonetheless. That's exactly what our soldiers need in this situation.
Ready to fight.
Ready to fight.
Time, maggots.
Back away, because that's going to blow up right now. Oh, we got friends coming, whether we want them or not.
Die, maggots! Die!
I just don't think that we have to use the terms of abuse.
Charge, I say! For the Emperor!
Where are my bot boys? There we are. All of a sudden, my cup runneth over with bajillions of mobs.
The plague is indeed the result of an artificially created mutagenic pathogen of Nurgle.
Only a very powerful entity of chaos is capable of creating something like that.
The analysis of the patterns verified my theory. The outbreak originated from a specific location in this lower hive.
Send me the coordinates.
We will kill
First,
this
we need to
Nurgle
purge
harbinger
this
in a
area.
hurry.
Otherwise, this hive is doomed.
At your command!
I think we've lost some bots. And there we go. So the third one will reload. My bots are already taking off for the other mobs.
For the Emperor!
They're just antsy. They're excited to get into the game and play. With the rest of the kids. Good evening. Stoned Phoenix.
Charge!
Well, as a guy who occasionally drinks in channel, I certainly am not going to complain about somebody showing up stoned.
Move! Move! For the Emperor!
It's a pustule. Ew.
For the Emperor! For the Emperor!
Evidently, these guys are for the Emperor. I think I missed. I think I took a wrong turn way, way back. Crap.
Onwards! Don't linger, guardsmen! For the Emperor!
As is tradition, I took a wrong turn. Come on, everyone. Come with me. This way, please. Sometimes you need to actually take a look at the map. That was my bad.
Charge, I said! Charge! For the Emperor! Take it like a man, guardsman! At your command!
Brutality will be punished.
Dunk, dunk, dunk.
For the Emperor!
Making progress, I see. That's the second location secured. Cut through the mutant rabble Inquisitor.
I lost most of my
Cleanse the
bots,
taint
which was
of
careless of me.
chaos from this hive.
Ah, okay. I'd missed where the numbers are for keeping track of them. But now
For the
I have.
Emperor!
figured it out.
For the Emperor!
We got it. You're on the Emperor's side. Cool. I mean, we're all on the Emperor's side. Except, of course, for, like, the plague.
For the Emperor!
Nurgle, plaguelings, and all of that stuff. Is that another pustule? It is.
Move! Move! For the Emperor!
I don't think... I think my guys are mostly missing. Shooting and missing. There we go. We finally got the pustule taken care of.
At your command.
Well, all of mine are still alive.
Die for the Emperor!
Activation sounds initialized.
Big guy coming.
This
Didn't
ritual
last
small
long
vessel
once
in
all
front
my boys
might have something
aimed
that
at him.
could tell me more about this plague. The entity that orchestrated this outbreak might still be on this world.
Perhaps you should evaluate the option to
The
capture.
afflicted section has been cleared. I will return to the ship before
Have
heading
another
into the bowels of the city.
Completed level, and oh, look at you.
May I remind you that
Always-
as long as the
always gotta grab
pathogen
the
remains
chest.
virulent in the host population, your achievement will be temporary.
When I burn out the source of this blasphemous plague, the Officio Medicae can deal with the survivors.
Gotta say, the gameplay is a little bit less involving when you're playing the Tech Priest. As generally speaking, most of your options, or at least a lot of them, what did we pick up? The Siloy Vivisector, that's the melee version of the Siloy. I had a Psyker I liked a lot. The class I've played the most is the new one, Sororitas. I have that up to 80 now, I think. And that's by far the most I've ever played. But part of the reason I played more this season is I've gotten some friends sucked into playing as well. And so it's just more entertaining when you can chat with your friends about the game. The one class I've never been successful at making one that I was comfortable playing was the Assassin. But I have played the others. What did we get? Grenade and mine skills? Oh, I don't think so. Tarantula flamers? No. We've done a little bit of co-op play, but not a bunch. Mostly it's just nice to have friends who are playing it as well so we can talk about it. That's always part of a game for me, is, having the fun of sitting around with friends and bullshitting about the game. Ooh. Purity seal. Fine. Passes. Let's see. We've got 4. 4 seems like a lot. I believe it was here was the next one. And eventually that one. Did I miss one? I missed 2. We have to go to there and then to there. Got it. Warp resistance. No offense on that yet. Force field module. A little more data flux. No. I think I'm already at the point where I can probably do without really looking closely at the blues. We will sell the common and the blue. Dork through the green. And the purples can go. Digital weapons. No, she doesn't have any of the new belt item, it looks like. We will check the constructs. Those are available at 13. That did open up the Vivisector, which is the melee one, but the range one I think is what we're going to stick with. At least for now. I don't understand. I'm moving items into the 4th inventory, but they're not going there. Are they selling? Without my being aware of it? Maybe. Alright. I will keep my eye on that issue. I'm probably misunderstanding something. Talk to the Megas Biologos.
I've analyzed. That is.
Again, I am skipping through the story stuff because anyone who hasn't played, I don't want to give too much in the way of spoilers.
The time has come.
Also, I've been through it a bunch of times now. Do I want to be a... I think we go...
I would do anything in your...
I'll travel to the next location. I'm currently playing on story difficulty. Until you get your character leveled up a little bit, playing on story is probably the wisest choice. You can change between missions at any time, so anytime you're back on the ship, you can select a difficulty at the mission launch.
You are approaching the site where the plague...
I'm in any...
And give me my boys. As soon as it's available, as soon as I've got enough. This is the data flux, which is used to summon your dudes. Oh, I had it. I just summoned the wrong batch. Didn't summon them in order. I confused myself. Not that difficult to do.
I don't even know what I should do.
Just do whatever you have already done several times when you try to protect yourself.
There's my boys, just ripping them up.
For the Emperor.
Let's give everybody crit rating. Hopefully we can munch through these guys in a hurry. I'll heal everybody. We didn't lose it. Oh, we did lose somebody. Sad. Sad but true. We'll resummon that batch of 2. And one of the other batches of 2 isn't feeling particularly well. We'll resummon them as well.
Regarding your uncertainties, I wonder why Uther Tiberius didn't train you properly.
Uther was a genius, but also a terrible mentor.
If it helps, I'm inclined to avoid his mistakes.
It helps a little, yes.
The alarm has probably alerted hostiles in the vicinity.
Keep shooting, boys. Always be shooting. It feels a little strange to be doing this, as I never have to do this on my other builds that I've been playing of late. But getting supply will help. Most of the sort of inexpensive DLC is like a single short mission chain that maybe gives you a cosmetic at the end of it. So certainly for full price, definitely I would say not worth it. You can get the discount price, then matter of personal taste.
You know, Inquisitor, it was a bold choice to bring me here.
I
Has it occurred to
lost
you that
all of my
maybe you are
bots
the one
somewhere
who
in
should
there.
be afraid of me?
Are you threatening me?
I'm just pointing out the fact that I have no control over my abilities. That's all.
My boys are not doing well right now. They're dying up a treat. Granted, they're dying to the Harbingers. Why did that go down? I clicked. I must have right-clicked. Right-clicking is summoning those, and I'm probably doing it unthinkingly. Dump, dump, dump. That's something I need to be aware of, is not idly right-clicking, because in that case I'm not shooting a weapon. I'm resummoning bots, and I may need those data points to resummon other bots. That's a really big chaos dude.
It is time. Unleash your powers on the Horde.
Yes,
Are you
please
sure you
unleash
want
your
me to
powers
do
on the
this?
Horde.
This is your should you initial test dislocate. I'm ordering.
It was wise of you to call for me, Inquisitor. No one will withstand my righteous fury.
Try to keep your head clear, Thorn, and focus on the protection of the Alpha Pariah. Their
Oh, we've got.
survival is paramount.
Okay, do
Rest
not forget we've
assured,
got a yellow chest.
Not a single abomination will live long enough to get to her.
We have the seasonal chest over there on
Priest,
the
why
right-hand
haven't you
side.
evacuated the Alpha Pariah yet?
Calibrating teleportarium sequences. Chance of failure.
Oh my guys,
calculated
we're
unacceptable.
unfortunately standing
Suggestion.
in the bad
Verify the source
acid.
of Empyrean fluctuations.
Note to my little
That was
friends,
hardly
do
a
not
revelation.
stand in the
Body
bad
safe.
acid. Only stand in good acid.
Tell me, Inquisitor, is this young woman really worth all this trouble? Not that I need any excuse to kill the filth. Just wondering.
She is an Imperial citizen, Thorn, and a
Okay,
very
everything
important
else is-
one to that.
She is also a pariah. And I just
A
can't help
pariah.
an instant, deep
He's really
revulsion when I'm
very
around her. Not to mention
dramatic.
her unnatural
Perhaps even overly
powers.
dramatic.
She can destroy Damon's Thorn. The galaxy is burning, and those powers are the most valuable assets we have ever had against the ruinous powers.
We are defending from waves of attackers.
Calibration complete. Estimated chances of successful teleportation are currently at 95%.
Run me the worst-case scenario for the Astartes and the Alpha Pariah.
Gotta keep an
Their
eye on
physical
the
bodies will
bots.
disintegrate. Regarding the spiritual component,
we have
you can
a
access
fresh
reference
batch of
material
bots.
flagged as unconfirmed.
I find the chances suboptimal.
All of
but
them enjoying
acceptable.
that minty fresh feeling from just having been summoned. I have to finish the purification of the area, but first, we have a seasonal chest down here. And yeah, theoretically I should be opening my highest level character, but come on, where's the fun in that? All a guy wants is a little bit of fun, you know? What do we currently have? Available on taking warp damage? No. A chance to apply burn after taking critical damage? No. When spending data flux, but I only spend data flux when I summon. Doesn't seem like a good one to lock in place. There are these buffs you get every mission listed here in these 6 colored orbs. And you have items that allow you to lock. The different orbs can lock one of the last 3, yellow, red, or teal, in place, and we're short mobs again. For 5 missions. So if you get a good one, you can lock it in place. That's one of the other seasonal mechanics. Oh God, would you please not do that freaking thing? I dislike it so very, very much. Dump, dump, dump. I hate it when they force me to move in this game, or when they yoink the camera around in
the entire
Marvel
epidemic was
Midnight
a ploy
Suns.
to you.
Midnight Suns, not Midnight Stuns, although it might be Stuns as well.
Activation sounds initialized.
Simply don't do that. It's very
Defense
disorienting,
mechanism
and I
activated.
do not like it, Sam. I do not like green eggs and ham. Bossy dude. Take out the pustule first.
By the Emperor, the primogenitor.
Inquisitor.
I know. I will you might.
Fabius Bile, everyone. That's cool enough. Got him. Fortunately, it looks like all my boys are shooting at him, even though he's locked in his damage state already. But he's not taking any more damage. On the other hand, he is advancing, which is not what I wanted him to be doing.
Dedication to a decaying emperor most commendable. However,
Thanks. I like being commendable.
disturbing news for you, Inquisitor. You simply cannot defeat me. Should you be victorious this time, it will not matter. You will have to face me again and again until... Fabius Bile! You'll exist for your...
You set me up, Inquisitor. And I did.
Dun, dun. And let's do a quick check to see if we've got any. Ha ha ha. Sometimes you want to poke around after a mission to see if you've got any goodies. There was an unidentified blueprint in there and a chest in here. Should have a third room. May not have anything in it. Oh, we can't do without that electro fragment. We might need that. And the third room over here has another unidentified blueprint. I probably missed those on my other characters. I mean, granted, at this level, they're going to be purple quality ones. I wonder if you could just do the non-storyline content until you got to the end game and then try to pop out some nice red quality Archaeotech recipes. Forge Mastery. Holy Canticles for improving the versatility of the machine servants. That's a big axe. And I cannot lie. One point there. Give me a sec here. I need to check on something. Our body's shock tactics. Do we have access to those? What was it? That's debuffs. The debuffs chain. Debuffs. We do. Sorry, again, just a sec. Looks like we want pretty much all of them. Talk to Captain
Inquisitor,
Van Winter. So, those. Oh, well, in this particular case, they were blueprints we already had. Sad, but true. I'm currently using the electromechanic raiment, which heals the mobs. Pardon the yawn. I don't want to be talking with her when I do this. If I take this, put it there. It went in. Okay. I must have been by trying to drag them to here, I must have been selling them previously, which was, I can assure you, not my intent. A purple eye. Let's see. Base damage for constructs, but it's the same as we already have. The other one also has damage reduction for constructs. So that does not appear to be an improvement. Additional hit points. Claw strike on the Vivisector. I'm not using the Siloy Vivisector. And the Plasma Caliver Alpha. What is the one? It has a, what? A single shot? Long range shot. Single target. Okay. Give that a skip. No. No. Well, that's better than that one. And we'll sell the rest of these. Thank you, Canucket. The algorithm is insatiable and always seeks for more delicious food. That was a little creepy. I apologize to all of y'all. Technomartyr Girdle. I will go ahead and buy these. Is the Technomartyr Girdle the one that gives me another summoning slot? Let's find out. Technomartyr Girdle. It does. I'm going to craft one. You can't stop me. Well, you could, but it would make me sad. Let's see. 226 hit points. Supreme damage reduction for constructs. Warp resistance. Nothing special, but it does give me an additional slot for an additional delicious, nutritious mob. So we have the Siloy Vivisector if we want to do, melee. At 15, we get access to the Cataphren Vanguard, who looks a little bit like a dude screwed a half-track. And appears to have an organic component, if you look at the head. That's not disturbing at all. And again, the Cataphren Destroyer, similarly. Castellan Robot is suspiciously humanoid as well. I'm thinking it's probable these things, creepily enough, now the question is, do I want to go with Meltaguns for mid-range beam attacks? Well, I tell you what, let's Let's try 2 with the melta-guns and 2 with the long range. We'll see. We'll see how we like it. You know. Drakari ambush. Oh. Took me right to it. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting some sort of Spanish Inquisition. It's me and Thorn. Well, me and Thorn and...
I'm beginning to appreciate the persistence of these Dark Elder. They give me ample opportunity to strike fear into their rotten hearts.
Thorn
Drakari
really
took section
enjoys
37,
his job,
so
doesn't
they
he?
will have to cut through here on their way to the vaults.
Well, they can try.
My
There is a
regeneration on
maintenance
my
hole
data
ahead.
fluxes.
We could take up defensive positions there.
I have 125 and it's 45 mana, so to speak, to summon each batch of 2 Siloists. Whoops. There we go. So we got 4 long range and 4 mid range. Oh, for a defense, mid range should be quite good.
We are in position. Looks like you're... I'm attempting to placate this ancient machine.
Caius Thorn must survive, so we have to keep him alive. Waves of attack will be coming. We have a boss coming. Dum dum dum. A couple of bosses, actually.
I have purged my fair share of foul Xenos.
Yes,
But I
yes,
haven't
he
encountered
has
such
purged his
twisted
fair share.
creatures before.
Those were the Homunculi. I've never had the chance to study these abominations, as they seldom leave their dark city. They are insane flesh sculptors and depraved torturers.
They are insane flesh sculptors and bizarre torturers. That's true. But it's important to have hobbies. Slanesh, I understand, is a huge fan of needlepoint. But maybe not in a way any of us would actually like.
They're here! Kill every last one of the filthy vermin that breaks through the doors!
Thanks, Thorn. We were planning on that. I'll call an additional Astartes because I can. Actually, it sounded a little bit like Caius Thorn was afraid there for a minute. I don't want to like say that out loud because he's touchy. Or possibly touched.
That was an almost admirable display of cruelty and destruction for an
Doom,
inferior
doom, doom.
creature. I wish I had time to shape you into a more suitable form.
You still need to prove yourself to your master.
The homunculus.
Krazash Tark is the most dreadful marauder.
The
Shut him
dreadful
up in mid-speech.
Very.
Ah, That's right. We have to clear them all out now, which you can notice by seeing the entire minimap throbbing at us, asking me to exterminate them all. Don't see where I really have a choice, so I'll just have to, kill them all. As you can see, there are lots of them. We are going to be running around here for a while, just shooting up Drukhari, so-called Dark Elves.
My sacred duty is to eradicate these Drukhari torturers from this sector.
Your sacred duty is to obey my commands, but I appreciate your passion.
Oh, damn it. Give them all a heal. Give myself a heal. Give them another heal. Did we lose anybody? No, we didn't lose anybody. While busily murdering them all, we didn't actually lose any. A couple of heals thrown in. They're feeling fine. Fine and dandy-roo. He's big and unpleasant. Don't like him. How about I throw a heal to everyone just to make sure everyone's feeling okay? Dump, dump, dump. Is that 3 levels in this map? I've got so many more to kill. Dude, destroy.
Should have
Annihilate.
avoided this
Sorry.
ship. Now they will learn their lesson.
Yes, Thorn. They will learn their lesson. Their lesson is to make sure you regularly
You should keep hiding in the
do a little mouthwash or you'll end up with this smoker's throat like Thor. Just a goodies. Oh, no way through there. Guess we're headed this way. Yes, we'll head this way though.
Oblivion awaits Drukhari.
So much murder. Can I tell you? The flamers shooting the Drukhari, it smells like burnt dog hair.
Look at these sadistic wretches. They are a blight upon this galaxy. A diminishing blight.
More bad guys up here.
I will send your soul screaming into the war.
I will send them screaming back to the warp. Actually, is it the Drukhari? Yeah, they do go. Well, their souls don't really go screaming back. They just die, don't They're not demons. They don't reform in the warp. A couple of my guys looking a little peaked. Let's heal them up.
The wrath of the Emperor is upon you, Xenos.
That was dangerous. We were standing right next to three explodey barrels. And had any of the enemy been a little bit less adept and accidentally shot those 3 barrels, we could have got ourselves bloated up. I tell you, OSHA has warned the Drukhari about those barrels more times than I can count. But the fines are so minimal that Drukhari just say, whatever. Well, we're back here where we started, which leaves just one passageway still needing to be cleared out. Oh. Like that, you see? I blew them up. Grotesque.
No pity, Inquisitor.
Got a
The
memory crystal?
Xenos taint must be purified from this.
You should have fled again when I killed your precious torturers.
They weren't that precious.
Prepare for your judgment. Tell me.
How did they?
It isn't.
Almost another level. Did I actually gain like? I did actually gain like 3 or 4 levels. Almost another one too at the end. Three levels it looks like. Extra perk slot, that's a nice one. I'm going to instead swap over to the defenses. Defenses are defenses you just can't get enough. The character, we did not get any points. Oh, that's right, we got the additional slot. I'm not sure if we want that one. Range damage, tech adapt, and or constructs when there are no enemies. That's pretty good. Adds vuln on crit. Dot effects, restoring health. Range damage bonus against targets within medium range up to 75%. I have got lots of these things unlocked. How many of them are good for constructs, though? Belt abilities, no. Movement speed. Movement speed's always nice. Critical hit strength, no. Movement speed, damage reduction, no. Plus data flux reduction, but minus the regeneration. I mean, plus data flux regeneration, but minus for every summoned construct. Which basically means, well, it's cheaper for getting them up. Pardon the phrase. 10% enemies affected by dots are blinded as well. Ranged constructs, that's one I already have. No. After taking lethal damage. I don't take lethal damage. And we'll start with, we'll try that one and see how we like it. It should allow us to resummon our critters faster early on. Not really, though. Yeah, not really. Because if I have 5 of them out, I stop regenerating data flux. And a lot of the times I'm going to have 5 of them out, so I'm going to say no. We'll just go with the movement speed. It's always a good solid bet. We'll sell. We don't want to sell that. We need to move those first, it seems like. Interesting, that didn't work. I tried to move it and it vanished. Why is it vanishing? So here we've got a blue motive booster, right? Got more stuff in there. We have one motive booster that's blue and a purple health one. I'm going to try to move the blue motive in. It shows that it's moving. And now it moved. Interesting. It certainly appeared that I was losing some of them. Like they were vanishing. Not that. And I will install these on where appropriate on my dudes. My pets. My pets is precious. Oh, maybe it's because I sold? No, that shouldn't have mattered. Might. What I don't understand, excuse me, is when I come over here. Okay, now they're showing up here. Why weren't they before? Is this all the ones that are in my inventory? I have 2 module slots open anyway, so we'll start on our first guy, and this is energy shield percent and heat resistance or warp resistance. Additional health, movement speed and stuff. Okay, well, we can give, let's see, each one of them a health, let's say. And a resist. Go to the second one. A health and a resist. Third one. A health. And an offensor module in the last one. A movement. And a health. So these, I still have those 2. We have so many of these damn things, though. We got any more in here? Doesn't look like it. Sell our blues and greens. That's a keeper. That one. There. The inoculator. Yeah, that signum definitely. Maybe not. No, that one's got crit chance. Range damage bonus. Sure, we'll use it there. Why not? And then we'll sell these and we'll get back onto the killing stuffs. Talk to the Megos Biologos.
As per your request.
Give me a brief. Does that?
That's level 18. Talk to the captain. Hi, Captain. Captain,
Inquisitor.
my captain.
Inquisitor.
How come this Inquisitor?
Travel to Inquisitor Mercer. He's fun. Challenge mode. Let's go to challenge mode now from story mode. And see how we do with that. You can always swap back later. And then in challenge mode, you can crank up the difficulty way higher if you choose to. So I could die here.
Captain, This world is fighting off an Eldar invasion. The epicenter of this incursion is the Holy Archives of the Inquisition.
Don't go running off.
Inquisitor Mercer, as the appointed guardian, must be there.
Something is causing severe interference in the target zone. We are trying, but the Arthurs are not functioning.
Distorting the communication is a logical step. The Eldari must be behind the interference.
Waiting. There we go. We can cast our last batch of little buddies. Little buddy! Let's see. We need to go there first. That is a really anxious little friend running way out ahead of everyone else. You trying to show off or something? I don't think there's a way across there. I don't know. Oh, maybe if I can blow these up, I can get across. Save myself a little time. Oh, it won't blow up. Okay. It just won't blow up. That's an interesting choice. So a couple of them now have shields. I'm not entirely sure why only a couple of them have shields. Or why even those couple have shields. But hey, it's not that unusual. Pet classes can be a little bit difficult to wrangle around to get them to do what you want. Harbinger. Oh, good. They're shooting at the main one, not the sort of one who doesn't actually do anything. He has sort of a little friend that walks around with him, and the friend is essentially almost invulnerable. So if your bots focus on the wrong one, you might never get them finished. Don't go running off. I tell you, these kids today, they don't pay attention to their parents. Kids, stick with your mom. I'm not sure if this is going to work correctly or not.
This memory crystal might be of use later.
Oh, another boss. Crystal. Up. Good work, guys. Blowing them up like that. That's really impressive. Is there a way to the other side? Through? Around behind? To the chest? Yay, a chest. What can I say in my defense? I'm an ARPG gamer. We're all about the loots. Destroy the source of the Vox interference. You might know it as radio. You primitive earthlings might know it as radio. Don't.
Inquisitor, how nice of you to join me in this scuffle.
You have a knack for sending intriguing emergency messages. Why did the Eldar attack an inquisitorial archive?
The Eldari seem to be displaying great interest in certain documents.
The Eldar brought an entire army just for some records?
Well, you can't really blame them for a few theatrics. Feel free to blame them for anything else, though.
Or are they trying to find some highly classified material?
Look, you have my full cooperation, but how about helping me out first? I've never been one for grand heroics, but soon I'll be out of options.
I have your location now. On my way.
I like him. He's one of the few characters who
Tell me,
has
how
what
does
is
an
what
Order
certainly
of Xenos
appears to
agent
be a
end
sense
up
of humor.
guarding the archives on a backwater world?
I'm supervising the rituals of preservation for classified data.
So, you have been reprimanded. Why?
If I recall Lord Maldor's exact words, for being a reckless idiot who needs to learn the merits of patience. Alas, the rest is classified.
Inquisitors cannot be ordered around like servitors.
Trust me, if your only alternative is excommunication, he'll become quite cooperative.
The Eldari are using their webway gate to move in their forces.
My perfect.
Webway gate has been destroyed.
Sure has.
How marvelous. No reinforcements for a while, then.
What are you guys shooting at, guys? I can see you're shooting at something. I just didn't understand what you were shooting at. Still don't. You were shooting at the gate. That was appropriate. But then you were shooting at the absence of gate. And you were shooting at that guy and hitting nothing. Except the rock in front of you. They're not the brightest. But they're very loyal. So there's something to be said for that.
I've located it. I will...
By all means. I'll try my best to slow down this deranged farseer.
Most of the Inquisitors you run into are, well, boring. Pompous. Obstructionist. Level 2 in Ultima Thule system, and I get a common lockbox. Thanks.
Inquisitor.
Common.
I am Inquisitor Helena Goslar.
Yes, Helena Goslar, blah, blah, blah. We know you, blah. Pardon me, I'm used to Helena. We call her Helena Wheels around here. Not really. Nobody calls her that. Did I get all of them? No. What's up, blue? And green. Now we will... Oh, and common. Sure. No. No. What do I have in the offhand? What do I have in the offhand at present? Yeah, 2 slot. Alright, we'd rather have the 3 robot version. Thank you. We'll move these into here. They're moving over, aren't they? Yay me. And now, our common lockbox. I'm sure this is going to have something just extraordinarily priceless. 2 purples out of it. It's better than I expected. Necromechanic raiment. Good damage reduction improvement. Same resists. On hit, taken a chance to fire off a thunderbolt of authority. Very, very frightening me. XP gain is nice. Those 2 are both have the same thing, which is, I believe, creates a 10-meter aura where 150% of damage dealt is gained as hit points by the constructs. Lasts for 20 seconds. Thing is, I'm not sure if that's my damage dealt or the construct's damage dealt. So I'll stick with the one I know, which is healing. Healing works. See if we've got any change to be made here in our constructs. Currently have 2 of them running the laser guns and 2 of them running the melta guns. We'll see if there's any of these that's movement speed as well. Movement speed, these all going to have movement speed on them? They all have movement speed, okay. Movement speed, regeneration on that one. Looking for ones that are giving buffs to all constructs. Would be the obvious, delicious choices. We'll travel to the next location. The Craft World Eldari. We'll be fighting against, and we're off to try and save or protect Mercer. Pardon the yawn. Old man is old. Had such a rough day, too. I woke up today.
I'm afraid I'm fresh out of Hammersack and cigars. But I have a new Aldari contingent moving in for all your entertainment needs.
These Eldar seem really persistent. It is time to combine our forces.
My thoughts exactly.
Our data flux is coming back very slowly now. I must have done something that reduced my data flux regeneration. We there yet? Are we there yet? We're there. Alright, we've got our 4 batches of friends up. It's Inquisitor Mercer.
Tell me more about these Eldar.
They've arrived with a fairly substantial force, I'm afraid.
Yeah,
Their Farseer will resort to his favorite tactics and use Wraith constructs to get to the data vault.
You sound like you know.
Actually, we go way back. And in case you wondered, yes, his heartwarming visit is related to that.
That is all classic.
Have you ever tried this?
Me and Mercer.
We are in time. The turrets are still operational.
That's a relief. Considering my history with the Conclave, I wouldn't want to have to explain the destruction of the data vault to them.
I'm still baffled as to why the Eldar dedicated such efforts to invade.
I can't get through this way.
They must think that they'll find something here they can use to save their craft world. You must not forget that the Aldari are a dying race, clinging to every shred of hope.
You are demonstrating almost alarming levels of empathy.
Well, you know, we did kind of exterminate these guys, you know, world, so, oops. They seem to have taken it personally. They're so touchy.
I could do with a stiff drink right now.
You seem quite flamboyant for an agent of the Holy Ordos.
Exactly.
What can I say? I have spent decades in disguise as the rogue trader captain of the good ship Storm Skipper. And certain things will rub off.
What exactly? Navigational skills, haggling.
I'm quite proud of my meticulous paperwork. And I can always find a great inn in any void port.
Good work, boys. Here's a treat for you. Have a heal. Who's a good mechanical murder doggy? You are.
I wish to report for duty. We must defend the sacred archives from the Xenos scum.
Your primary objective hasn't changed, Sergeant. You must protect the Alpha Pariah.
With all due respect, Inquisitor, I feel that we are wasting my potential here. But
Follow your orders, Astartes. Like a dog that wants to go out and play, although in his case it's a dog that wants to go out and murder. Which way from here? This way from here, I think. Probably not, actually. Oh, well, there's a chest. And it is a dead end. There's a chest. We'll take the loot from the chest. We're not too proud. Technically, we're not really proud at all. In fact, more loot, please. Above begging. Baddies. We can melt things pretty good when my lads concentrate their fire. Mind you, we're no longer in story mode, we're now in challenge mode.
This data vault stores classified inquisitorial records. Judging by the classification entries, the dossier on the Martyr investigation could also be here.
The Elder must have been trying to locate the Martyr.
I'd rather put it differently. They have been definitely after the Alpha Pariah.
A valid theory. Her traits make her capable of cleansing an infested craft world.
Absolutely. Therefore, they will not retreat until their Farseer is dead.
Shoot the Wraith Guard. Shoot the Wabbit. Shoot the Wabbit. Boss.
Inquisitor,
I wish we...
this... Before I be...
Wait.
We never want
You want
that.
And why?
I have the heart.
What can you tell?
She...
And mission completed. We'll again check back in the back of the room to see if there happens to be any chests with some loots.
I've answered your... And who you are...
Mercer is probably my favorite character in the whole story, as he is flamboyant and actually has some personality. The Cataphren Destroyer has been unlocked, and I think that's what this build wants to run, is the Cataphren Destroyers. So, Destroyer, select. Catapult Destroyer, select. Destroyer, select. I didn't click that correctly, did I? There we go. We now have, theoretically, 4 of them. They reserves 25% of data flux, so I think I end up with no data flux available. I'm not sure on that. We can give them flamers or grav cannons. Oh, that's their secondaries, primaries and secondaries. Okay. Primary weapon is the Cataphren grav cannon. Secondary is the Cataphren flamer. Later on, we'll get a phosphor blaster. Hell yes. And the Cataphren plasma cannon. Yes, please. Hit points and movement speed. I'm going to hit points and movement speed. That's knockback, hit point regen. Here we've got damage bonus against burning enemies. I'm not sure if we're setting any enemies on fire. Got the flamer. Yeah, maybe we are. That one doesn't have one of the Healy things at all. Let's see. That one. And sure. Everyone's all equipped now. Everyone's all ready to go. Ready to play. Sell our regulars and blues. Greens. Save that. Drop that in there. Sell that. Does she have any of the belts yet? Oh, I already have the belt, don't I? Yeah, I already have the Techno Martyr girdle. Techno Martyr girdle. It's very slimming on my. It helps me keep my girlish figure going. Where, in my case, it's a girl shaped like a walrus. But regardless, travel to the next location. The Tyrannid menace, and the other one we have is Chaos Undivided. Let's go ahead and start facing off with the Tyrannids. Another unsavory race of Xenos. Kind of look like that. There. As you would expect from their smiling countenances, they're very, very friendly. Are they friendly spirits? Okay.
Careful down there, Inquisitor. The world is crawling with Tyrannids.
My main concern is not those Xenos, but another one in particular.
I now have
certain that the Harlequin
4 of
will be
these
here.
I am as
chunky
much as I
boys
can
on my
be
side.
certain about Harlequins. But
I've
I
never
know
played
her,
with these in
and
the
I'm
game before, so I
confident
don't
you'll
know if
meet
they're-
her.
It is surprisingly quiet at the moment.
Actually,
The Tyranids are
any effective
hibernating,
at all.
but trust me,
But I guess
your
we're gonna find out.
arrival will stir them up mightily.
A precise and surgical strike is what I need now. Send me the coordinates of the Harlequin.
There are 3 webway gates in the area. The Harlequin could be near any of them.
I'm still perplexed by the ferociousness of the Tyranids without their hive fleet.
It is indeed remarkable. The Xenos recognize the futility of a full-scale invasion and use the available biomass to infect as many planets as they could.
Still, eventually they were
using
purged
the
by
available
Imperium.
Not
biomass.
entirely. After the
That's
Tyranids had
just
scattered their forces, isolated diaspores were able to survive eradication.
Not an especially
Mostly on
friendly
the more
sounding
backwater
group of
planets.
individuals, despite their grinning countenances.
How's that saying go about plans extending beyond contact with the enemy?
The combat statistics of the Ordos neither confirm nor refute this paradigm.
Inquisitor.
There's a hill for
I
my
have
boys.
troubling news. Judging by the Argo reconnaissance, the entire area is showing Tyranid activity on an immense scale.
Without backup, the chances of success in an engagement with the Tyranid invasion on this scale are minuscule.
May I make a proposal? We have already engaged the services of a certain Sakaradok, the pilot of the fearsome Imperial Knight called Crimson Wanderer. In
I will
cases
definitely be
just
calling
like
it an
this.
evening
I find
after this
your
mission
initiative
rather than
commendable, Captain.
doing a
But this
Sir
night could be
Caradoc
anywhere
mission.
in the sector.
Heal time for the boys. I have no interest in doing this. Oh, you want
I
to get out
really
of
say this, Inquisitor Mercer. But considering the fate of this world, I'm beginning to understand why you treat the Eldari as potential allies.
Escalation check.
We fear the alien, and for a very good reason. But sometimes, you need to recognize that some of them are waging the same hopeless war for existence in a hostile galaxy that we are.
Heal my boys up. Doom, doom, doom. So the red area in the data flux, each one of my pets uses up some amount of my data flux. In this case, it appears to be 13? No. 26? No. 25 and a half. So I only have 26 available on top of that I can use for casting my heals. It's a mechanic I like. Generally, I'm a fan of mechanics that you sort of have to make choices. Things like, in this case, with the reservation. And same thing in PoE. If you're going to reserve,
do you have any idea what the Harlequin is trying to
mana
achieve
or
on
health
an infested planet?
To run a skill.
First of all, it used to be their world. I'd say the Eldar regard it as their world still. Harlequins are attracted to the sites of great tragedies.
What is so unique about this planet?
This used to be an Eldari maiden world, at a hub in the webway. Numerous gates are still
EverQuest,
intact.
at least
So she
two,
can
had
dance
you can
between
only
the
have a
webway
certain
and
number
real
of
space. The perfect hideout for a
memory
Harlequin.
points of buffs running at the same time. Mechanics like that, I think, are very useful in that you have to balance, make actual choices about balancing your build. If you want to always be able to, for instance, in my case here, I want to always be able to cast a heal, well, maybe I don't want to run, 4 of these bad guys.
Now I'm beginning to see why the threat of the isolated Tyranid Dioscures led the Adeptus Mechanicus to order exterminators.
Yes, that was the sad fate of this maiden world.
The current situation proves, though, that even an exterminatus might not be enough.
What is more disturbing is that this proves that this particular hive mind
It's just
acted like
generally
a highly
speaking,
intelligent being
a
and used
mechanic I
cold
like.
logic.
And
We must talk Harlequin.
It's the
Seriously
Harlequin.
this time. I fought my way here.
No, human. You have barely started.
My-
Still,
I've-
your kind.
Tell me,
What?
and if I
Then
you sound
I.
another mission complete. But the Sir Caradoc will have to wait. I'm not a fan of those missions. There are a couple of vehicle combats. There's, I think, one with the tank. The tank one is fine and kind of fun. And there's ones where you're driving an enormous, giant, honking murder machine of a mech. And it looks awesome. The visuals are great, but it plays clumsy, and they're slow, and you don't get any loot or XP. So you're playing it in a game purpose just to have fun. And it's not. So Techno Martyr Vestment. Damage bonus to constructs for 20 seconds after they teleport in. Now that's a really good one if you're constantly summoning them. Cataphrone melee pattern. And a passive point.
I have good news.
that zone.
Yeah, purge the Tyranid infestation with the Crimson Wanderer. Pass. That's fine. Anything else worthwhile in green here? Nope. Come over here, because we've got some goodies for the chest of goodies. We will sell that because we've already got one. You've already got one, you know? Well, that's a 2. We really need the 3s because we want to be running 3 bad boy bots at once. No. Energy shield for regenerating shields. The hit point regeneration for constructs on the other one is really important, I think. Damage bonus for the Phosphor Blaster. We don't have the Phosphor Blaster yet, but we want to hold on to that one. For later. Castellan Robot. That's 2 for the Castellan Robot, which we won't be running, and then the digital weapons, which we don't want. And these 2 will get deconstructed. Here. So in a few levels, we get the Phosphor Blaster, and then the Plasma Cannon. Presumably, we're going to want to swap those in. And at some point, we can upgrade this weaponry, too. I don't remember how. I know there is a method for upgrading the weapons, and I'm not sure. It's the equipment modules. Do we get... I can't remember. My memory is that there was somewhere there was basically something like you would select the weapon and you'd be able to click arrows on the right-hand side. Oh, I absolutely, yeah. I play it a lot. I'm doing quite well tonight. I tend to play it every league for a week or 2. I've been playing it longer this league because I've got some friends playing as well. And it's any game is more fun when you can be social, and so we can talk about it, boast about it, and mock each other's failures of accomplishments, that kind of thing. I think it's a really, really solid game. It's a solid ARPG, whether you're a Warhammer 40K fan or not. If you're also a Warhammer 40K fan, it's a really good game, in my opinion. But you have come in at the end of the stream. I was going to be calling it shortly anyway, and my next quest is driving the big mech, the Crimson Wanderer, and those get tedious really quick. So I am going to be calling it an evening. Oh, gotta... Yay! Oh, I've got more points. Like that. No points to... You know, we're 10... leave it there for now. Yeah, this is a game I have played a lot. Let's see, 5 a.m. All right. Well, England is 8 or 9 hours, so I'm going to guess Netherlands, maybe? Taking a stab at it? And, I wouldn't want to burn my garlic bread. But yeah, I would devour my garlic bread. I have never tried garlic bread while smoking pot. Not sure if that's a thing. Ah, Finnish. Yeah, that makes sense. But I'm going to call it here for the evening. I should be back tomorrow at my usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. I might be back with some more of this fellow. Yes, the combination of the inevitable meme value 420 Blaze It along with garlic bread. Yeah, the conflict, the contrast between the two definitely works. So, I'll be back tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Maybe here, If I can play around with Marvel Midnight Suns and get that working reliably again, since they broke it, might be that. Couple other things it might be, not sure. But regardless, I'll be here. I hope you have some entertainment value out of this tonight. I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully you'll see me soon. Have a great night tonight, or upcoming day, for those of you in Finland. I'll be back tomorrow. Take care, and ciao for now. Night, guys. And very early morning.